What's good? It's your boy Czar, all rights reserved. As I'm preparing everything, ready to get everything up and running, we have the next segment that I'm going to bring to you. And we're going to quickly discuss a topic. And the number one topic that I want to discuss with you guys is what's happening to our society in terms of what's going to happen to the people. Now, dealing with the people, as we know, and I thought I'd give it from a setting where the people dwell, where understand we're considered underclass. We're not upper class. We don't get these tax brackets. We don't get the breaks that everybody we see getting around us. Part of the whole mission on what my whole disclosure was for humanity, talking about things that are fair, things that are right, things that we have a right to deal with on the topics and deal with in scenario where we have our freedoms respected. Now it seems the focus is all dealing across seas and nothing's kept on us no more. That's why you see gas prices out of whack. That's why you see situations involving people getting worse. Now my question is, when are they going to begin to look at society as a whole? They're telling us all these crises are coming. Well, why haven't you done anything to prevent these crises from becoming a normalized situation? But it's almost like you want these crises. But why? Why would you want a crisis of the people? Raising gas, doing different things. And what's even crazier is this just proves true all the presidents that failed before the ones that had came in. They said these people were going to have things caused like this. And it seems like one after another, we're getting that scenario. Why is that the case? We need to question ourselves as human beings on why we keep electing these people into power. And if we aren't electing them, then who is? That's the biggest question that no one truly wants to answer. And that's the biggest question that we all have to ask ourselves and answer at some given point. You know what I mean? Everybody can't just hold it there and say that there's no problem with it when all this situation is happening, when all these crises is coming true. There has to be a cinematic cause between everybody. Now, some people say the upper echelon, but we, the people, are allowing the upper echelon to get the upper hand as they are. So, what are we going to do to change this? That's the number one question. This is just one of the many topics and part of in the bricks that we want to deal with. That's what we're doing right now. This topic and scenario, this whole grandeur we're going to be doing right now is called In the Bricks. In the bricks, in the worst parts of America, in the worst parts even of Europe, there are people suffering and nothing is being done. But the richer keep getting rich and the poor keep getting poor. They always use this statement to try and brainwash us to think that it's okay for that. Okay, you say that, but what as countrymen are you doing to prevent that for us? What are you going to do to help us change that? That's the narrative that needs to be talked about. But they don't want to talk about that because the number one thing is getting them out of power. That's how we're going to begin to stop this situation, is getting the people in power out of power. They don't want that because I'm going to say this, and this is what a lot of people haven't said. I'm not saying it was right for those people to raid the Capitol as they did, but another question: what type of laws are in place for a Capitol that we, the people's tax money, pays for? We, the people, pay for these things that are in society. So why are we suffering at the delusion that these things belong to the government when you take our money, you have your fun, you make your mistakes, and come back to us to tell us how we can spend our money? That's an even bigger question. That's an even broader ideal that has not been talked about. These are the things that we need to talk about in the bricks. It's a very important topic to take to because you understand things are going to be changing in the society around us. There's many things that we have to discuss in the bricks.